Time to look at the indicators. This is my indicator switch, and I've wired everything up and nothing works, so we'll start with this because this isn't right. There's a minuscule delay on the return there, but that's not right. So I'll start with things that I know aren't working, so we'll get that off and take it to bits. So to get it off, that slotted screw from the front, then you have to remove this top dash panel and a stubby screwdriver, and you'll get in there. I put Phillips screws in there, which makes it a lot easier to get them in and out. And this is the wiring, I believe. And so I'll put that on the bench now and have a go at it. So this was very tight. Got this off with these mole grips. It's a shame this chrome nuts covered up. It's very nice. So we've got that. What have we got now? We've got a shake-proof washer. And I guess this just pulls off. These screws go through the rear view mirror. I think we have to take those out. Let's find a better screwdriver. This has obviously got wet at some point. There's some rust sort of marks on there. I think that one might be broken. I expect them to be longer than that. Oh no, maybe not. Now, I don't know if this case has to go on in a particular orientation, so I'll put a mark across there. And then I think this will just pull out. Okay. Well, those contacts, they all look pretty clean. There's some oily stuff here. Now then, I think we have to take these out now, so get those on. I just slacken these off by holding, I guess these screws screw into these nuts, which are also terminals, which are held in place by the look of it by this Bakelite collar, and these screws are very tight, and I was worried that the Bakelite wouldn't hold up, so I just held these in the vise just to slacken these off a touch. because I believe the Bakelite is pretty fragile, and I'm expecting a spring inside here, so just hold on to the end cap just in case anything flies off. My cat wants feeding. The workman had just turned up outside to dig the road up again. There's our spring. Let's have a look at this washer. It's a bit murky inside, but this is I think this is the leather washer here, which looks to be intact. So I'll clean that up and re-oil it. Clean everything up there. And then in this end, this must make contact. Somehow, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. That's all cleaned in petrol. This is the muck that came out. And then I've ultrasonicked everything and just leaving it to dry. I'm just checking it took me a little while to figure out how this made contact. But these are obviously the contact points here, 3 of them. And underneath there is a disc, if you like, with gaps in it. And as you turn this disc will connect with some of those terminals. If I just turn that, it's still off. Turn it from up here. And there we are, that's made contact. And those are nice and clean in there. And you can't easily get to those to clean them up. But they're nice and clean. And it's got a nice click when it returns to the off position. So I'll soak that seal. This is the leather seal. Soak that in oil. This is the air screw, which adjusts the rate at which that piston comes back up. I've taken that out, and there's a little, looks like a little felt washer in there, which looks okay, so I'll just put that back together. And I've tightened it right up, and we'll work backwards from there. So I'll get it back together. So after a lot of faffing around, this air screw doesn't seem to do a lot, but if I push that in, you can see that rising there. So I guess when it gets to the top, pretty much that's out, which that looks to be about right. So get that together. Quickly before that gets to the top, if I can. Just get these terminals on any old how for now. Or at least one of them. And I wouldn't rely too much on this Bakelite as a fixing for that terminal. Just going to snug those up for now. see what that says. That looks to be about there, doesn't it? See if I can count this on the video timer. So 10 seconds, that's good enough for me, I think. So, finish putting that back together. There we are. All good.